Hey guys, Drew Richards back live with you, Shoals Weather StormTrack Center. Let me know where you're watching from this afternoon. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning that we need to talk to you about. Colbert and Lauderdale counties. Coming right into the Tuscumbia area, west side of Florence, Sheffield right now. So if any of you guys watching are in Sheffield or out towards the Sportsplex out west of Florence, let me know what you've got there in the comments, because this is a pretty strong thunderstorm. It's got a couple different cores in it. You see that purple shade of color there, right where Cox Creek Parkway and Savannah Highway intersect out on the west side of Florence. That's a pretty good little core. May have some hail in that. And then another one just west of Sheffield, going to be coming right into downtown Sheffield over the next few minutes. So again, maybe some wind, but I think this storm is probably elevated because we've had some rain-cooled air here. The official warning text says quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but I would be more concerned about the quarter-size hail part of this thunderstorm than the winds, just because we're rain-cooled. We're in the mid-70s, and this thunderstorm particularly don't have a lot of surface instability to work with, and there's a stable layer, again, because of the earlier thunderstorms and the outflow and all that good stuff. So the good news is I don't think we have a super high wind threat with this thunderstorm, but that's not to say we can't get a quick blast of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds and some quarter-size hail. What I'm going to do is we're going to throw up our Tuscumbia EMA camera and see what it's doing over there. In just a second, I've got to add this in as a new link because I haven't added this just yet. So it's going to look weird on the screen just for a minute, and then I'm going to get this camera loaded in. All right, there's our live view from Tuscumbia EMA. And a little bit of rain falling there at this current time, but not a lot of wind. You would see that camera shaking around a good bit if we had wind over there. And not even a lot of rain. Visibility is pretty good over there right now at this time. So we'll keep that camera loaded up. Worst of that storm looks like it's going to stay just to the north of downtown Tuscumbia. So good news there. You can see that purple shade. Just got an update. 3 cores now. One out on the east side of Florence, out there east of the Walmart Supercenter on Huff Road. That's going to be out near the Holiday Inn Express, out near where Huntsville Road comes into Florence Boulevard. So maybe some small hail falling out there. Another core right here along Cox Creek Parkway near Jackson Road where it comes out, and also just west of Wood Avenue, just west of Chisholm Road. That's a nice little hail core. Maybe some pea-size hail, maybe some dime-size hail in that. And then the original hail core down here, again, just north of downtown Sheffield, moving east. That's going to be coming right across the bluff, just right across downtown Sheffield and pretty much right into where O'Neill Bridge is right now. So again, if you're watching from that area, let me know in chat what you're seeing, and we'll make sure we pass that on to the National Weather Service as well. I don't have any damage reports, thankfully, yet coming out of the storm. Don't have any damage reports from earlier in our local area. Round 3 is forming back out to the west. Notice that line from Hohenwald down through Savannah, down through Corinth, Mississippi, Iuka, Mississippi. Told you guys this morning it was going to be a stormy day, and here we are. But thankfully, so far, storms have remained below severe limits on the damage side. We've had a lot of warnings this morning, but we haven't had a lot of damage yet. One thing that is getting my attention, that new sail just northeast of Waterloo, near Cypress Inn. That lightning is going crazy in that storm. Looking at our in-studio lightning detector now, got about 400 lightning strikes per minute. And that's area-wide. That's just not in that storm. But area-wide, we've got about 400 lightning strikes per minute we're detecting here in our studio. And that number is going up. So anytime the lightning count increases, that lets us know the storms are getting stronger. And unfortunately, the severe weather threat may be going up as well. Let's check back in at that Tuscumbia cam quickly. Still not a lot going on over in Tuscumbia. Good news there. Let's see if I can. Let's see if we can pull up our harbor camera, but I don't have it loaded as a source. So we will look at that off camera here in just a second. But that hail core has really come down. Notice when that warning was issued just a few minutes ago, when that storm is east of Cherokee, look at that almost black shaded color in there down there the bend of the river, northeast of Barton, west of Sheffield. And as we continue forward in time, notice how that's really starting to come down. So I think the storm moving into the Quad Cities metro, even though it's still severe thunderstorm warned, I think maybe this is staying just below severe limits. Currently 73 degrees at our studio here in the Shoals. Not a lot of wind. We got west winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour at this time. And I don't hear any hail falling. We're in Florence, and we're kind of right under one of those cores. So I think right now, like I said, this storm has probably weakened a good bit since they issued that severe thunderstorm warning. And definitely good news there. Very heavy, extreme rainfall showing up on our weather station. It literally says extreme rainfall rates, but again, no wind. Winds are only about 5 miles per hour here at our studio location. And lightning isn't too crazy either. But we'll continue to watch that Mississippi line of thunderstorms, as hopefully that will be the last and final round as it comes through in just a couple hours. So again, Corinth to Boonville, not severe just yet, but that line is intensifying. Lightning is going way up in that storm, especially the one west of Boonville. So we'll watch that as it comes into Colbert, Franklin, Lawrence counties in Alabama. Southern Middle Tennessee, I think you guys are probably going to be okay rest of the day. Now, I can't guarantee that, but most of these storms up here, Savannah to Waynesboro to Hohenwald, Lawrenceburg, you're clear right now as far as storms go. You're not sunny, but you're okay with no storms in your county. I think most of those will probably stay just below severe limits in southern Middle Tennessee. We'll have to watch that one as it's going south of the Hohenwald area because it's getting kind of strong. But the earlier round of storms, I think, is probably going to save us. So good news there. Rain cooled again in southern Middle Tennessee, and I don't have any damage reports coming out of the Shoals metro area from this. What are we on, round 2 or 3? We've had so many storms this weekend, guys. I can't keep track of how many storms we have had to cover. But again, the heaviest part of that thunderstorm right now, the new storm still watching northwest of Cloverdale near Cypress Inn. That's got a nice little core. And the other part has pretty much fell apart going towards Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield, and downtown Florence. Out on the north side of Florence, near Florence High School, Cox Creek Parkway, Helton Drive, the Mars Hill area, that's where the heaviest part of that thunderstorm is right now. But again, that's kind of where our studio is located, and we're not getting any wind. Very, very light winds here. Excessive rain. I mean, it's whiteout conditions here at the studio location. So the worst weather is going to be the lightning and the blinding rainfall as it's coming through. So if you're out traveling on the roads, make sure you use caution, turn on your headlights, and if you have to pull over, make sure you find a safe place to pull over if you can't see from this heavy, heavy rainfall. But again, right now, it seems the primary threat is going to be the heavy rainfall and maybe some small hail and the lightning in these thunderstorms. And they have dropped that warning. So we'll go ahead and end this live update. Warning has been dropped for Lauderdale and Colbert County. Good news there. So storm has weakened. We'll continue to watch that line of storms out of Mississippi as it moves in, and hopefully that will be our last and final round. Thank you as always for tuning in to this live weather update from the Shoals Weather Studio. We'll continue to watch the radar, and we'll be back if any more warnings are issued.